Well, today is December 10th, 22. I went out to eat with my one friend last night, and we're sitting there talking. Yesterday was an anniversary of something he went through. And I said, well, it's an anniversary, 1 year anniversary of something I went through too. December 9th, 21, at the one apartment on Cleveland Avenue, maintenance man. He had been mocking me for the tapes before. Somebody called him at 4 o'clock in the evening. All the tapes before were them and not her. Wow, what's going on? It's a group of men doing as many crimes as they can. Well, that day, I had took my client to the Stark County Hunger Task Force to get some extra food. On 9th Street, there was a white man bald with dark eyes distributing food. Canton found him. Now, he actually was a security guard during the case. He came out from distributing food. We always knew the tapes before were them and not her, and so we never said a word. By Christmas, I'm back in there with him to get some extra stuff again. And some security's walking around, the informant's here. No one's to say a word to her. Two investigators walk out. We're mad. This guy knew what they did to her before and didn't say a word, and it's some guy named Eric. And we don't know who he is yet. That's where on November 24th, November 1822, he gets arrogant enough at Walmart 62 by the hair salon, November 18th, 22, between 2 and 6. I'm in the hair salon in Walmart 62, and they got a big old camera inside and a big old camera outside the hair salon. And he's out there mocking all the tapes before were me and not her. Ha 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 ha. And it was my idea to come up with it. It was my idea to do it. And it was all me and not her. Everything's drugged and photoshopped. And he mocked that they actually fell for it. They actually went along with it. It was only me. The guy said, if it was only you, I could even fix it. He said, I know it's actually that bad. And they went along with it. Ha 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 ha. That's where November 24, 22, nurse at Mercy Medical, where I had food poisoning. I'm in emergency room. November 24th, 22, evening. We all heard that Eric make fun of us for falling for this. No one will say a word. And I think it was a lady officer that was in there that was talking to her. Some lady was in there. She said, the agent that bullied her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. Those men even ran experiments on her. And I told them that she better not have permanent damage from this. I found out no one's even ever said anything really bad about her before. It's that bad. And they did all this. The thing of them stealing money from the case, it's been yelled out in Maslin Streets, November 11th, 22. It's that idiot stealing everything she ever had in life for his own family. It's the only thing going on and exactly what's going on. Okay? And then December 2nd, 22 in Alliance, some guy that has helped watch me. I've helped work the case. It's that one guy from the case stealing every dime for his own family. Or for himself. Okay? And they all knew it. Nobody said a word. Okay? And that's the only thing going on. Okay? He's embezzling. It's that agent that called me back and with retired Judge Beat. Okay? Now, Tuesday. What was it? Tuesday. Actually, I'll take that back. Thursday. This last Thursday. I was in Five Below in Belden. Some ladies walk in. We told Judge Pete after they heard her that bad just to steal money, they better make it right. Well, then Tuesday I was in Pennsylvania with my day hab. People have followed me clear out the day thing. My dad realized that how sick all this is. That it is just them stealing money from the case. They all knew. Like the guy said, they all knew. That's why nobody said a word. See, being in a witness protection programs where he promised me $5,000 a month, that's $60,000 a year. Okay, you're supposed to get free housing, free living expenses, and a medical card. I got nothing. He can't put rules on it and add to the law. The law as you get it for being a victim and a witness. Okay, and that they had to put you in protected custody. You get 24-hour police protection home custody at home, okay? Right? You also get your $5,000 a month, your $60,000 a year. You also get free lodging, free expenses, and free medical care. So you can what? Live a life without intimidation, retaliation, and without harm from witnessing against people. I was supposed to get pulled out. I was supposed to get moved. I got nothing. He opened the case so him and retired Judge Pete could steal the money from the witness protection program. They've got over $300,000 from my case alone. If they would actually pull his cases, I'm probably not the only victim. He's too organized. That's weird. This whole thing was a setup for them to steal. Where Dave hit me in the boiler basement in the store, Ravenna. And they were there. Instead of arresting him, they have this thing where they're scamming the government and embezzling funds. Let me finish up the house and then attack again. Get me directed into the witness protection program so I could open it and then leave me up there to die for these people to kill me. He's mentally sick. They all are. Under God's green earth, not one of them had to ever touch me. Not one of them. They could have stole the money and not said a word. But they did it because they sold the login to regular people to watch. Shoot. December 9, 22. I'm in Walmart 62. Some ladies follow me in. We found a tape of that ass mocking us. Falling for this. Where he did it on November 18, 22, between 2 and 6 p.m. Walmart 62. They sold the case. Everybody knows they made fun of him. I'm telling you, they talk about everywhere I go. These people just stealing the money. Some guy said they get passed out the money because if we tell, then we all go to jail. They're lying to you. You know what you do? You tell them because it makes you innocent. You testify. You write on FBI submitted it. They gave me so much money to help harass their father. Oh, do you know some idiot woman yesterday came up and said, "Oh, that's Karen. That's the one the police want us to say something when she sees us out. The police don't want you to say anything to me." And make fun of. No, they don't. You know what the police told me? Someone dare says one word to you, you call us and we'll arrest them for their part of this. For stalking and menacing. See, they try to blame the police up there. The police had nothing to do with it. I confronted him. It's retired Judge Pete and the agent that called me back. See, I was in Central Baptist on November 20th. I went in the bathroom. My phone's bugged. They came in and they were in there saying it's all over the money in the case. It is. They're stealing it. They're embezzling over $300,000 from my case alone. Michelle last Saturday, some girl had a girl fight with her outside my clients on Turquoise Street in Canton. You could hear them over a street away. No one would help out in this today. They said the only thing that's going on is you're stealing from this case. Is that the truth? She's like, yes. She's like, then all those tapes before were you guys and not her? Yes. I'll give you money if you don't tell. Kind of full confession. I was giggling because my car's bugged. And are you interested in working Karen around the house? What's that? One of us have to watch or listen to her every day. Oh. Yeah. It's the agent that called me back and a retired judge embezzling funds from the witness protection program. The only restriction of getting the money is you have to be placed in the witness protection programs. That's it. And they open it. And it's for life. 24 police protected home custody. And it's so that you can live a life without fear, retaliation, and intimidation and harm. And you are to get your $60,000 a year, the $5,000 a month, paid living expenses, paid housing, and a medical card, so people can't hurt you. Do we understand? That agent can't put restrictions, and he's the one that told on me, and the police already know it. They know he's the one that bullied. November 24th, 22, Mercy Medical. The lady's like, the agent that bullied her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. And I found out those men even ran experiments on her. And I told them she better not have permanent damage. I found out no one's even really said anything bad about her. They even said right for Christmas. Her whole family spoke highly of her. Told you the one set of grandkids caught in police protected home custody. They were making everything up for Auntie Shell and Papa to get the house. They're games to pretend. As Maslin Peace puts it, documented me games to pretend. Like Sheriff John said, what did those kids get caught stating? They were making everything up. They're just mean jokes. Okay? Extreme mean jokes. And the rest of my family spoke highly of me. I don't find retired Judge Pete and the agent that called me back. My friend that worked at the prosecutor's office said they had problems in Stark County with agents and officers taking backdoor deals. I said, what's that? He said they basically slip in a back door and they take payoffs to let people get victimized and killed, and the prosecutor's office has to fix it. Oh, I sent everything from, it even says in the witness protection program under the Department of Justice, you can't even be criminally prosecuted again. Where he said you'll have a life of peace as an informant, nothing legally dated against you again. And only for you would we ever do this for. We'll always put it back to the traffic ticket, even when it's over. You can't be legally charged for anything ever again for working this case. They're just trying to fool people to make up excuses for stealing the money. You tell them. You tell them if they gave you $50, buy your kids a cell phone. Because you know what? Your testimony against them stops them from doing this again. And it makes you innocent. Because they used you as a pawn, like they did me, for them to steal from the federal government. Over $300,000. And every month when it flips over, they get another $7,000 to $10,000 to protect me. And they're sticking it in their dirty pockets. So we're all going to tell, right? Because they're mocking you for falling for this. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life, and they have to speak to everyone before they start. It's entrapment. It goes into legal search and seizure. Right on the Department of Justice. You have a right to privacy, to be safe and secure in your own home. You also have a right to remain quiet. You also have a right to an attorney. You also have a right to a fair court trial, bail, and bond. You have a right not to be mistreated and a freedom of speech. They can't put a gag order on you. The only one that can do that is a sitting judge during a high-profile sequestered juror. Because that way your testimony can't be tampered with, bullied, or your vote. And then since it's over, you can talk about it. Nobody else can do that. He was still bullying me, trying to stay quiet. That's why my friend from the prosecutor's office said, agent can't talk to you. The police know they can't go along with it, and that it was illegal. The one sheriff that I had dinner with last night, we sat and talked. He said, he's asked me before if the police in this area are slow. They should have arrested that agent. They should have arrested that judge. That they all should have went to jail a long time ago, and the regular police could have arrested them. They can't. And they need to start doing their job.